Welcome back to my channel. My name is Deji and I am a property investor. Today we're going to have a look at another HMO, and this HMO is due for a renewal on the license. But before we get the renewal, there's some works that we need to carry out, so we're just going to have a look at it today. If you're new to the channel, remember to subscribe, comment, and also hit the thumbs up if you find the information useful. So come on. So this HMO is a 5-bedroom HMO. It's been a HMO for the past 7 or 8 years, but the license of the property has ran out, so it's due for renewal. So of course I applied to get the license renewed, so the HMO officer came out to inspect the property, and of course everything was fine and compliant. But over the years, fire regulations have changed, and of course for the safety of the people living in the property, there's some changes that they require us to make. Now these changes are going to cost probably about £3,000 from what I've gathered, so I'm just getting a few quotes to see how much its true cost is going to be, and then we'll see what happens from there. Alternatively, we have the option of losing a bedroom and keeping it as a 4-bedroom HMO and just renting it out to 4 individuals. Then we wouldn't have to add the stud wall and make another corridor. The reason I'm thinking about this is because the living room is quite small. It's not the biggest, and if you add another stud wall there and make that extra corridor leading to the staircase, then it won't be feasible for the tenant. So I'm just considering making it a 4-bedroom HMO. Right, so we're now outside the property. Now this property in particular had a full refurb carried out exactly a year ago. Unfortunately, I won't be able to show you all the rooms in the property, but what I will do is show you what the property looked like before and what it looks like now. So have a look and come on in. Fire panel. I mean, this was installed probably 6-7 years ago, but we've kept it in even while we did the full refurb because it's still in great condition. It has an annual service and it's working perfectly fine, so we'll just keep it there for now, and it's still doing a great job. Right, so this is the section of the living room that they require work to be done to meet new fire regulations. They want us to put a stud wall coming across here and a fire door going into the other section of the living room, because if a fire were to break out in the living room, they believe the tenants upstairs wouldn't be able to get out safely. So what's going to happen is a corridor is going to be created here, separated from the living room, so the tenants can escape through the front door without accessing the living room. Right, so we're heading back to the office now. I've had a conversation with the tenants. They prefer the living room as it is without the stud wall. As I mentioned, if the stud wall's put in, the living room's going to be way too small for the tenants, and they're willing to keep it as a 4-bedroom rather than a 5-bedroom. But the question is, who's going to give up their bedroom? So I'm about to send an email to the HMO officer letting him know what my thoughts are on the works that's needed to be done, and we're most likely going to keep it as a 4-bedroom HMO because losing that much living room space wouldn't be good. I'd always say it's very important, if you're buying HMOs or doing rent to rent, to always build a good relationship with your HMO licensing officer. One of the ways I was able to scale my rent-to-rent portfolio quite quickly was by building a good relationship with the local HMO officer. So he came out to inspect a few of my HMOs to issue them a license, and he was quite happy with the standard of work on each property. Now, when he comes across tired landlords whose HMOs are due for renewal, he would refer them to my company for us to take over the HMO. Now, in the same way, if it's a new HMO and the owner doesn't know who to manage it or what to do, he would also refer them to my company to try and negotiate something and take over the HMO. If you've liked this video and you found it useful, hit the like button, subscribe to the YouTube channel if you're not yet subscribed, and also hit the notification button to get an alert of all my upcoming videos.